So that part. Okay. So any questions to anyone up to now? Are we good so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone want to convey anything over here, like, or can I proceed further? Is it's not boring to you, and I can proceed further on this?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, no doubts.
Others?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Nita.
Okay, that's fine. So I was telling you about the transaction codes. So, and I'll share you these details also in the email, so that you will take it like a notes. And also, guys, like, whenever you are attending the sessions, try to maintain a separate notes and make points as per your understanding. Will be more helpful to you also. And at any point of time, if you have any doubts, you can let me know, and I'm more free to clarify your doubts at any point of time. I mean, not only now, anytime when we start the technical sessions also, we'll also try to look into that matters as well. Okay. So now I'll take you to creating an ABAP program, and we will try to understand how do we develop a program, and some data types things I will tell you right now. So I'll go to SC38 transaction. SC38 is the transaction code for ABAP program. You see here program, we provide the program name, like, let us suppose this is my first program in ABAP. So I will say the naming convention you need to follow here is, the naming convention you need to follow is, the first letter of the program should be Z, or the first letter of the program should be Y. It can be Z or Y. So listen carefully, guys. The program name, first letter, it should be either Z or it should be Y. The reason is SAP has reserved from A to X. A to SAP reserved for its purpose. It means for building the reports or whatever the objects SAP builds on its side, it has reserved the names from A to X, starting from the A to X. So that is the reason why for all the custom reports, customizations in any concept, in any of these Rise of W concepts, we will always start with Z or Y. So most of the times I use Z. I'll say Z ABAP underscore, I'll say this is like batch 1 underscore, I'll say some hello world. Okay, this is a program name I'm giving, Z ABAP underscore batch 1 underscore hello world. So click on create. When you click on create, it will ask you for the title. Say my first ABAP program. Okay. Once you give my first ABAP program, you will find something called in attribute section, type, select executable program. Because you are going to execute the program, select the program name as executable program. Okay, select it and click on save. I repeat, title, type of the program as executable program, and click on save. In the next window, or in the next screen, it will ask you for the package. About this package, we'll talk more about this package in later session when time comes. It is like a bag. It is simply like a bag. When you are going to office, or when you are going to college, or when you are going to some outside, you will carry a bag for your purpose. You will carry some items in that. Similarly, package is like a bag. It will have the items. The items can be your ABAP reports. Items can be your ABAP data dictionary, database tables. Likewise, it can be anything. I told you about Rise of W, reports, interfaces, conversions, enhancements, forms. Any of that item can come and fall into this package. Okay, even for package also we will follow the same naming convention, like the first letter will be Z or it can be Y. So that we will see in later sessions. As of now, I will say SAP built-in package is called as a local object. SAP built-in package. SAP has built a package called local object. Okay, select it and select it. Okay, so this is how your program ABAP editor looks like. This is your ABAP editor looks like. Okay, you see the very first time the program is inactive. So we should see always the program is active. You will find an icon here called as activate button, or the shortcut key is Control F3. You can go for Control F3 or activating it. Click on activate, your program gets activated. Just hit enter, your program gets activated. See that always your program is active. Okay, so now let's start the programming over here. See, the very first thing in the real-time environment, what we will do is we will write in the real-time environment, we will write the log. We call it as the modification log. So put star here. We say this as modification log. In modification log, what we will do? The developer name. Let us suppose developer name of the developer, and the date. Okay, date. Some transport number. If there is, I will tell you what this transport number is. We will see that later. And the package, I told you already about the package, like $TMP, etc. I mean, the local object. We will share the details of this. And the purpose, or we can say business scenario. Why you are developing this report? For what purpose you are developing this report? You will use the business scenario. Okay. So these are the few details that you actually put on the top of this. Okay. So likewise, we design in the real-time environment. Okay. So we will put like this. Okay, and somehow we will close this also. So likewise, we'll try to put this modification log more beautiful, so that any person who comes to see this program will try to understand what is actually the purpose of the program and what is the main objective of the program. So we will write a simple description of this program. That is how in the real-time environment we will design like this. So when you practice, also try to follow this. This log will change from requirement to requirement or some client to client. Some of them will be following in different ways. So but overall, I'm just telling you like how do we follow this concept of log. Okay, now just save it. And guys, you see, if you save it, it will become again inactive. Every time it becomes inactive, you can activate it, but not really required now. Now come to the next point. Next thing is, how do we declare variables? How do we declare a variable? Let us suppose, okay, so first of all, welcome to ABAP world. Let us suppose. Welcome to ABAP world. See, we will use a keyword called write. Write is for putting the statements on the output screen, and followed by single quotes. And guys, remember the ending of the statement should be ending with a full stop or a dot. If you don't put dot, it will throw you an error. That we will see that later. Now I am writing a simple statement. Click on activate and just hit enter over here. Just execute. This is execute button. Click on execute. You see, welcome to ABAP world. My first ABAP program. This is the title of the program. This is the title of the program. Welcome to ABAP world is the content of your program. I mean, you have given these details here in the ABAP editor. You are saying it as write. It means this will write on the screen. Okay. Let us suppose I don't use dot over here. Then try to activate. It will throw you an error. Just try to activate. You see, activate despite errors or problems detected. ABAP editor is very smart. It will try to find the errors. You cannot, even if you activate it and if you run, it will throw the error. So say edit for editing the error. You can see here at the bottom, the last statement is not complete, period missing. You see, it is showing the line number also. You can see, guys, line number 12. Type is what? Error. This is error. And the program is this. And you see the last statement is not complete, period is missing. It means you need to end that with a period symbol. That is what it is actually instructing us to do. You provide that and you just activate it. Okay, it got activated. Is it fine? Okay, so now, so this is a simple example. Now guys, let us suppose you want to color it. Say color, come 3. I don't know what is the color number. Activate it. Okay, activate it and execute. You see, welcome to Abap. So likewise, I copy this statement and I put some different colors. Let us suppose I will say this as 1, this as 2, this as 3, this as 4. Let me try to activate this. Activate it. Just execute it. You see, there are different colors. Correct? You are able to see this? In your programming, if there is a requirement, like if you want to beautify the output, you can do this. But just observe here, you see everything is in a single line, right? I want all these things to be like broken into different lines. Okay? I want them to be broken into different lines. So for that, what I will do, I will say colon slash. In every write statement, I will say colon and slash. I'll say colon slash. I'll say colon slash. So when I say this is slash, okay. So let me say this as slash. Let us suppose. Let us see what happens. Okay. I am removing the colon. Colon is actually not required. Colon is required for other purpose, but I'll let you know what is that. Say write and slash, just execute. You see, all the lines comes one below the other. Okay, if at any point of time you want your output to be to be printed in, you want your output to be printed line after the line, you will be using this backslash. We call it as a backslash. But you see, I have written like a right. I mean, how many times I have written this for? I have written this for 4 times. Can't we avoid writing this statement for 4 times? Yes, we can avoid it. So how do we avoid? We can avoid that by using the chain operator. We call it as a chain operator. So what is the chain operator? So what I'm trying to do now, we can comment these lines. Okay, I'm copying these lines. I'm copying it. You know, we can comment these lines. Either you come to this point and put a star symbol, asterisk symbol, or what you can do, control less than symbol. Okay, it is a control. Just put your cursor on any line. Say control less than symbol. Put cursor on any line, control less than symbol. Put cursor on any line and say control less than symbol. Either you can go line by line, or what you can do, select all the lines and say control less than symbol. Okay, so for commenting the lines, control plus less than symbol. For uncommenting lines, control plus greater than symbol. Okay, so let's see that also. Now all the lines are commented. I will open up the lines. Control greater than symbol. You see, all of them together has opened. Okay, let me comment it. And now what I will do? Now I will try to avoid this write statement. So how do I do that? I can do that by introducing a chain operator. We call it as chain operator. This is called as a chain operator. So what I will do now here, just I will copy this line and I put a comma over here and I paste it. Okay, so very simple. Just separate first line separated by comma and put the content of the second line after comma. Very simple. Okay, and again here I want to put the third line. Put comma, just hit enter, bring up to here, just give the third line. Again comma, just to make it as fourth line. So just remove all these things. It's very simple. So look here, right? You see this, how it looks like? Or if you want, you can bring all the lines one below the other, like welcome 1, welcome 2, welcome 3, welcome 4. And you remember this chain operator we introduced and the comma comes into picture. The chain operator we introduced, the comma comes into picture. Say, but this chain, it is like concatenating the first string with the second string and third string and fourth string. All of them together will be acted like a simple strings. Now we are done with this, just activate it. Just hit enter. And now click on execute button. What happened? Why we are okay. The problem is we used chain operator here, but also we need to use this slash here. So it means we need to put slash over here. We will put slash over here. We will put slash over here. Now try to activate and see the output. Okay, that in the just before I did not use slash. That is the reason why everything was coming in a single line. Now I used slash. So the moment it prints this, immediately slash is like a line feeder or new line. Immediately this gets printed on the second line. Once this is printed on the second line, immediately the next line is this one. It has a next line operator, or we call it the line feeder. New line we call it as. It prints on the next line. So you will see all the items printed on the one below the other in the output. See 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how we use the write statement in ABAP program. Are we clear with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So now, see, I want to use variables. Like for example, I want to add two numbers and I want to add them and I want to show them in the output. So what do we do? So for that, we have a keyword called data. Data is a keyword. Data is a keyword. Okay. I want a number. For example, I will say LV. LV stands for local variable. Okay. Local variable. I will say number 1. Okay. I will say type. I stands for integer. Just try to understand. Data, variable name, type, data type. Very simple. What is this? Data, variable name. What is the syntax? Type, data type. That's it. This is the syntax. Data, variable name, type, data type. Variable name can be anything. It can be anything. It can start with a. There is no comparison between the name of the report and the variable name. It can be anything. There is no restriction by SAP like you need to use only these names as variables. No. Other than keywords, use any variable name. What do you mean by that? It means I say data. Again, if I say the variable name as data, that is not going to be correct. I mean, I never tried. Let us see how it looks like. It's accepted. Not a problem. But just to avoid confusion, don't use the keywords as your variables. Simple. Other than that, use anything. Okay. Now, coming to this, I want to put some value to this LV number. So what I will do? Okay. So guys, we can also write comments over here. I say this as data declaration. I'll say value assignment. Generally in real-time environment we will write these comments for any purpose. Okay, now LV number 1 equal to, I will say 50. Remember, after variable you need to give space, and equal to you need to give space. You cannot give like this. This is not allowed. In ABAP, this is not allowed because ABAP programming language has its own syntax and semantics we need to follow. You can see that there is an error. Statement LV number 1 equal to 50 is not defined. Check your spelling. So the compiler of this ABAP is identifying this an error. Just you have to use space in between. Okay. Now try to activate. You will not find any kind of error. Now these values here. Now I want to write this one. Let us suppose write LV underscore number 1 and full stop. Now activate it and I click on execute button. You see the value 50 is printed on the output. Okay, I want to print on the new line. I'll say write backslash. activate it. Okay, there is an error because we need to give space here. Space is compulsory. If you are not giving space, then that is an error. Remember guys, your keywords should be always displayed in blue. You see, the keyword is displayed in blue. If you bring this here, it will not display in blue. It means there is some error that you need to understand. Okay, so I am telling you the basics of the programming. This is what actually we don't do in the real-time environment, like adding the numbers or displaying the numbers in the output. But for you to practice and for you to get into the environment of the ABAP, I have to teach you this. So that's the reason I am doing this. You see, there is 50 printed over here. So just imagine, the 50 means that is meaningless, right? I want to introduce something. Value of number is, then I say comma. I will try to introduce the operator, chain operator over here again. The same thing like what we did. Now just try to activate it. And you see, value of number is 50. Right? So likewise, I can define any number of data, any number of variables. I will say number 2. Then I will say number 2. Then I will say this as like some, I will say it as 60. Value of number 1 is this, and I will try to print value of number 2 with number 2. Okay, same thing I copied and pasted, and you see value of number 1 is 50, value of number 2 is 60. Guys, you see there is some kind of confusion here between the welcome and the value of number 1. I want to separate that. So for that, what I will do, I will say something, a keyword called as U line. Okay, just U line means underline. So what happens in we are using the U line, so it gets separated. You can see there is a line coming from left to right up to here. You can see now. You can see there is a section, separate section, like very easy for you to understand. Okay, so this is for our purpose. If you want, you can use it in your practice whenever you want. Okay, now I want to have the result. Let us suppose I want one more variable for results. I say this also type I, and I will say LV result equal to LV number 1 plus LV number 2. And finally, what I am trying to do, I am trying to print the result, total result. Result is, I will say LV result. Okay, are you following?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts to anyone? Any confusion to anyone? I think that N has the confusion. It is N is responding to our class. Okay, activate, execute. You see, value of number 1 is 50, value of number 2 is 60, and the result is 110. That's it. Are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so likewise, see, these are for data type I, for integer. Also, you can declare something for strings. Okay, you say data, LV underscore name, I say type. You say LV underscore name equal to SAP Abap, and I say write LV underscore name. Okay, so I say course LV underscore name. It's very easy, guys. So you need to practice on these concepts. We'll see course SAP Abap, which is printed in the output. So this is like a data types are like I is there, like type string is there. Also we have something called as character, like character. Character means I say data LV underscore city. Let us suppose type, we say type C. Okay, so if you want to define the length for this, I can say it like 20, like this. You can say like this. LV underscore city equal to, I'll say, let us suppose, and I'll say write city is LV underscore city. Okay, you see here in character we define the length here, we define the length. Okay, you see city is Hyderabad. We define the length as 20. Let us suppose, let me try to go beyond that length. Let us suppose what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to give the characters more than 20. Let us see what happens in the output. You see, you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You see only the 20 characters, and after that 20 characters, anything is truncated, means that don't get printed in the order. But if you see, if I increase the length to, let us suppose 30, then what happens? You will see the output to 30 characters. It means the way you view the length of the variable over here, the way the output looks like. It will not get truncated. Okay, so this is how it looks like, the string and character. Also, this is like we also have something called as packet decimals, float, etc. things are there. When time comes, we will try to make use of those things. Okay, are we clear so far?
Yeah.
Any doubts to anyone in these concepts of data declarations and write statements, assigning the values, addition of the values? Guys, you can also try, like this is addition I told you, you can try multiplication, you can try subtraction, you can try division, you can try anything. You can write a program to calculate the interest, like I equal to PTR by 100, some formulas, etc. things are there. The mathematical calculation, mathematical formulas, etc. things, you can do it on your own for your better practice, to get addicted or to make yourself introduced into this ABAP editor environment. The more you practice, the more the perfect will become. Okay? SAP is for SAP is, I mean, when you come to learn ABAP, you have to practice the more. The more is the system work should be there. The more you practice, the more knowledge you get.
140 ఉంటుంది తెలుసు
Okay.
అది ఎక్కువ
So
ఉంటుంది
sometimes try to spend
క్వాంటిటీ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది
Try to
ప్రాసెస్ బాగా
spend
ఉంటుంది
more time on the system. Try to practice more. Try to do as many of examples as
అది
possible. Okay.
ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయడానికి ఓకే అది
Yeah, I have a doubt.
Exactly. Yeah.
The data type string is for what? Is it for alphanumeric?
It can be anything. You can add even ABAP 007 also. You can add any numbers, digits, special characters, anything you can add into that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. You can add any special symbols. For example, star, etc. etc. Everything you can add into that. When it is a string, it accepts everything. Even character also, it will accept everything. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
More or less it is same. Character and string will look same thing, but the only difference is that length is different. String, it will not have any definite length, but this character will have definite length.
అక్కడ కొరియన్ ఉంది రాసింది
Yeah, so when you talk
Korean
about
అంటే
string,
కాలం ఉంటుంది
it
కదా
can take up to some you see there is no definite length over here for this particular string. It can take any number of characters inside that string.
బ్లాక్ దే అంట
Okay.
ఏది పెట్టను
In your previous classes, you said that string can accommodate only up to 250 characters.
Depends. 255 characters will be there, but it can be even beyond that also. You can try it.
Okay.
Okay, just try to put more than 255 characters into that and see if it is working or not. That can be like R&D for you.
అది కొద్దిగా ఇస్తాడు
Yeah, sure.
150కి
Definitely.
కొద్దిగా ఇస్తాడు
Okay.
ట్రై చేయడానికి కావాలంటే పెట్టుకోవచ్చు
Yeah.
ఇది
Okay,
ఎన్ని గ్రామ్స్
so
130 grams
okay, so about strings and
130
characters and integers. So as I told you, like you can try for more
బాగానే
examples
ఉంటుంది
on your side. Okay.
ఇట్లాంటి ట్రై చేసి అదేనా కాదో తెలియదు కొరియన్
Yeah.
అంటేనే కారం ఉంటుంది బాగా
Right. So
మనకంటానా అవును
We are declaring the variables inside a program and we are trying to give the value of the LV number I, and we are assigning the values over here, and we are calculating the result and printing the output. Don't we have any option to provide, for example, in the runtime? Runtime means I execute the program and I want to give the value here in the runtime, in the screen. I don't want to give the value in the program. If we are giving the value in the program, it is static. You cannot change this again. You need to go inside the program. You need to change this value. You understood my points?
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, I am always giving 50. Okay, I want to change it to 40. Let us suppose I want to change it to 40. Then I will change it to 40 and activate it. Again, activate the program. Again, execute it. I see the result. I feel happy. No, I want other value. Okay, I don't want 40. I want again back 50. Okay, give the 50. Activate it. And again, execute it. So this is what we will do. This is what we are doing. My question is, how can we avoid this situation? I want to give something in this screen, on screen I want to give. I want to give here on screen. I want to provide the value here on screen, and I execute. I need to see the result. Number 1 is something I give on the screen. Number 2, I give something on the screen, and it can be anything. I need to see the result.
I think we can use parameters for that.
Exactly. So the concept of parameters comes into picture here. Okay. We have a concept called parameters. So I say parameters E1 underscore number 1 type I. Okay, I say parameters P2. See the way how we declare the variable data, variable name type I. Same way I am declaring parameters, the parameter name type I. Parameter name. Okay, just let us see how it looks like. Okay, so just execute this. You see this? Now, the one what I was explaining is that what is the scope over here? What is the scope of giving the values in the input? So this is the actual scope. So P number 1, P number 2, I can give the value here, guys. You can see here. You can give any value. You can give it here. Okay, you can give any value, and you cannot give characters here. You see. When I am trying to give the characters, it is giving me some sound like A.R. Rahman keyboard music. Okay, so you need to give only numbers. You need to give only numbers, but no alphabets are allowed. So you can give any value out. Very simple. And when you execute it, you will see the output. Output I did not write for the parameters. The report output you are seeing. Okay. So what is the concept here? The concept is parameters. Parameters P1. Number 1 type I, parameters P2, number 2 type I. Then what I will do now, I will take the variable which I have declared here, result variable is there, right? I will say LV result equal to, then I will say P_num1 plus P_num2. Okay, then I will try to put this result. I will say parameter result. I'll say LV underscore. Now, guys, and there is one more option called pretty printer. You see the more pretty printer, it means it will actually align your code beautifully. It will indentation. It will follow the indentation. Indentation means you see this. My parameter somewhere is here. This write statement is somewhere like going like this. Let us try to see. If I put pretty printer, you see everything will get aligned properly. You see this? Okay, it will make your code more beautiful on your screen. Got it? So that is the most important thing. Always you enter your code so that everything is aligned. Now activate your code and just execute it. You see, I will say it as 100 and I will say it as one more 100 and click on execute button. You see parameters results is 2. Parameters result is 2. Okay, so to avoid confusion, what I will do, I will try to comment all this section of the code. Okay, I'll try to comment all this section of the code. I'll take out only this result part. I'll put it here just for our understanding. Okay, activate this code. Now there will not be any kind of confusion to you. You provide 100 and you provide 500, just click on execute button, you will see parameter result is 600. Or you can say sum of two numbers is 600, not parameters, let us say sum of two numbers. Sum is, just say sum is 2. Sum is some result. Okay? Are we good so far? You see, the concepts are increasing time to time. You see, we started from one point and now we are at one point. We are advancing, guys. We are slowly advancing in the concepts of ABAP. Okay, so you should be more concentrating, should be more focusing, because everything I teach here is very important in every concepts in the real-time environment. Everything comes in your real-time environment. Okay. Following? Not following?
Yeah.
Yeah, follow.
Okay. I think nobody is sleeping, right?
No.
No.
I'm just activating you guys. I'm trying to activate you. So that's the reason why I'm asking you. Okay.
No, it's interesting.
So nobody is sleeping. That's the reason why I'm just telling you. Okay. That's fine. So now tell me, see, P1 number 1, P2 number 2. Do you think this is like a meaningful description over here? What is P1 number 1? What is P2 number 2? Is it meaningful? Do you think it is meaningful?
No.
Okay, so just imagine, right? Imagine you are you are more interested into the shopping sites like Amazon, Flipkart. You are doing some shopping. Let us have fields description like P1 number 1 equal to this, P2 number 2 equal to this. What do you understand? Do you understand anything? Do you know what you need to put in over here? Is it a name or your gender or your communication address or your contact number or what you want to put in there? You will not understand, right?
We can put
Sorry,
price.
Astrid. You can put price out, but how do you know that field is related to the price? Who told?
Like products price for product 1 and product 2. If you add both, we can get like total.
But how do you know this is for product? This field is meant for product. I will put my mobile number here. I will put my mobile number.
Okay.
It is not relevant, right?
Yeah.
So, for that reason, we have something called as go to in menu, go to text elements. Go to text elements. You have something called selection text. Go to selection text. In the selection text, if you see, same thing in the parameters what we defined. The parameter 1 and the parameter 2, there is a text here. We can define the text here. I say here, provide value for number 1. Similarly, I say provide value for number 2. Activate it. Come back. Activate your program. Execute it. You see? Do you think this is not meaningful now?
It's meaningful.
Yeah.
Yes or no? It is meaningful, right? Provide value for number 1, provide value for number 2. This is meaningful now. So remember, like any time when you're doing with parameters, when you are working with parameters, go to text elements, selection text. Try to put your text over here. Okay? So just this is all for your practice, guys. This is all for your practice that you need to do. Okay, now see, I used parameters. If I want to use, if I want to make use of parameters some 10 times, do I need to use 10 times? Yeah?
No, you can use the chain operator, I guess.
That's it. That's the catch. We can avoid using parameters. What we can do, it's very simple. I will design like this. Rather, I'll comment everything, guys. I don't want any of these. I will say parameters. Again, you put chain operator. So when you put chain operator, what is the funda here? I want other parameter over here. What do you do? I want another parameter I want to introduce another parameter here. What you do? What you are going to do here?
We'll
We
give
can just
comma.
put comma.
Comma.
Very good, very good. So very good, guys, very good. So you're not sleeping. I'm very much happy. Okay. I thought you were sleeping, but you are not. You are listening to the class. Okay. So I say this as P2. Let us suppose P2 number 1. And if I want one more, I'll say P3 number 1. So likewise, I can stop it here. So you can use chain operator combination with the comma. Okay. So this will be like P1 number 1. This is a P2 number 1. And I will say plus I will say P3 number 1. Okay. You're good, super, right? The only one thing is we need to change the selection text. Now let us try to execute and see. For the first we are seeing the description. For the second and third we are not seeing the description. Then let's try to view the description. So go to text elements. Where are we going? Can you tell me where we need to navigate? Go to
Text elements.
text elements.
Selection text.
Selection text. See, your answer. If your answer is very fast, you'll be getting a chocolate, guys. Remember, okay? You'll have a chocolate. You'll have a chocolate for sure. So, P3 number 1 also we have. P3 number 1 is there. P number 1. Okay, we are confusing here. Number 1. Okay, this is the number 1, right? Okay, let us see. See, the old which are not available. I mean, previously we introduced some parameters and now we removed them, we changed them. When we try to activate, see, delete extraneous selection text from text pool. They will be getting deleted. Just let us see. They will be getting deleted. You see this? The previous one has got deleted, and you see this is the third one. You understood what I am trying to say? What I am trying to say, you see this P1, P2, P3 is there, correct? Now what I will do, I will go back. I will try to remove this P3 from here. I will try to remove this. Let us imagine. I will try to remove that. And I will try to remove from here also. Just imagine that I removed that. Now I am trying to activate. When I am trying to activate, it gets activated. It's well and good. Now go to text elements, selection text. In the selection test, you see this, I will try to activate. Let us suppose I try to activate. Okay, everything is fine. I will try to make some change here. Number 2 I will say. I will say number 1. Now I will try to activate. Just observe here, I will try to activate. When I am trying to activate, you see, it says delete extraneous selection text from text pool. What do you understand? What did you understand here? What? And you followed, not followed, you want me to explain again? Sorry?
It will be deleting the previous one.
What do you mean by deleting the previous one?
I think it will delete the variable which we have deleted from the ABAP program. Execute.
What is that we deleted from the ABAP program?
P3 number 1.
Exactly. We deleted P3 from the ABAP program. We activated the ABAP program. We came here. We made some change here. You see, I changed this to number 1. It was like number 1, but I made some change here. I gave some space. This just for our understanding, I gave some space. Because there is a change here, I tried to activate this. When I am trying to activate this, it is throwing this message. Delete extraneous selection text from text pool. It means in the screen there is no variable called P3 now. It is not there. We deleted it already. So this becomes like an extra text over here. So that is the reason when it is not there in the screen, do you want to delete this? Why you want to keep it here? Unnecessary confusions. Are we clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so that I will say yes, it gets deleted. Simple. Just hit enter. That gets deleted and go back. You see? Now you see the result. That's it. Are we good?
Yeah.
Let us suppose I want to introduce few more parameters. Let us suppose I will say this as num3 and this as num4. Let us suppose. Okay. Activate it. Execute it. You see, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Let us suppose. Okay. So now I want to separate this. Number 1, number 2 belongs to one section. Number 3, number 4, that should belong to the other section. I want a comparison here. I want to differentiate both these parameters. Previously I have shown you already for when you are printing, when you want to differentiate, what we used between the output statements, what we used?
U-line.
We used U-line. Similarly, if you want to differentiate here, what can we use? We have something called as selection screen begin of block. You need to give the block name B1. Selection screen begin of block B1. I will say selection screen end of block B1. Let us see, guys, what happens. We'll see. I'll show you the output, and then we will talk more on that. Just execute it. Do you find any difference? Okay, no difference. I will say with frame. I'll come to that point. Look here. You see, number 1, number 2 are now put into one frame. You are able to see that frame here now. You see that the border. You see the border.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the border, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So it means we divided that output into block. You can see here this border. You can see the border here. You can see the border. You see this? This is the border. And for this there is no border. So what I will do, I will try to also put border to this parameters. This parameters also I will try to put. Okay. And here, this is selection screen begin of block. This is selection screen end of block. You see, I need to change the name to B2. It means if I put already B1 is declared, right? It will throw you error. So I am declaring it as a separate frame. Now you see, guys, you see 2 frames. You see, this is a frame, this is a frame. Are you following? Okay. So 2 frames now. So for you to just differentiate. Okay. So before that, what I will do, I will try to give the text to these fields. I will say this as number 3, and for this I will say it as number 4, just for our understanding. Okay. Activated it. Go back. And I just try to execute. You see number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, that's fine. Just imagine if we give some title to this. Let us imagine. Let's give some title to this block, and let's give title to this block. Let's differentiate between these 2 blocks. So for that, what I'm trying to give here in the selection screen beginning of block B1 with the frame, I will say text. Say text -001. I will tell you what is this. We call it as a text symbol. Similarly, text 002. It can be anything, guys. You can give any 001, 002. You can give anything, but you need to give text. Text you need to give. That is the syntax. Okay. Now try to activate this. What happened? Give me a moment.
It should be title text.
Oh, sorry. Okay. With the frame, yeah, we should say title. Yeah. See, there is a good thing with ABAP environment. You see, if there is something is going wrong, it will be in red color, and you see, you will also able to see the errors very easily. You see, title or no intervals expected after frame. See, after frame means, you see, this is frame. After frame, what is expected? Title or no intervals. Title is expected here. Okay, we'll talk about no intervals later. I will say title. Just execute it. Activate it and execute it. Just execute it. You see? Nothing, no titles are there here, right? So what you can do, okay, this should be title 02, because I'm giving title 01 already there. This is 02. Now what you can do here, just double click on this. Just double click on that. It will ask you program text 001 does not exist. say yes, it will come to the same screen. You see 001. So I say block B1. Just activate it. Go back. You see, it's already defined. But there is no, we did not define the block name, right? So try to execute and see how it looks like. You see, block B1 is here. This is completely for block B1. For block B2, we did not give any value, right? So that is why it is empty. So we can also give the value for the block also. So now go back. Directly you can double click on this, or what you can do, the same thing. Go to text elements. Now you go to text symbols. We call these as a text symbols. You see TXT, text. This is the text symbol. So go to text symbol. In the text symbol, you give that value as 002. You yourself can give the value as 002. Say block B2 and activate it. Now go back and execute. You see block B1, block B2. Okay. Now it looks more beautiful, right? There is a separation here. You can separate the two blocks with the names like block B1, block B2 like this. So it cannot be block B1 in the real time. You will give some meaningful description with respect to the parameters that we are going to add over here on the screen. Okay. Are we good so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have gone through the data declarations, we have gone through the type I declarations, string declarations, character declaration. I explained to you about how we define parameters and the chain operator with respect to the parameters, and how do we change the text of the parameters. Guys, remember, parameters will come under selection text. You see this? Parameters will come under selection text, because this is a screen element. This you are seeing here as a screen element. We call this as selection screen. In ABAP we call it as a selection screen. Okay, we call it as a screen element. That is the reason why if you go to text element, you will see it as a selection text. But this is text symbol. Symbol is different, selection text is different, guys. Just you try to identify that. So go to text elements is the main section. In that section only you will find these things. In that section only you will find these things. Okay, you will find these things. So this is like a selection text. This is the selection text. These are all selection text. Just beside that you will find the tab called text symbol. Click on it. You can swap between that and this. Whatever you want, you can do it. You can play around. Simple. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's end up the session over here. I don't want to confuse more in the beginning of the ABAP sessions. I'll catch you up surely for the other sessions, and I want you to have a good practice on these things. And going forward, there are a lot. See, these are all the basic things we will be learning, and which are mandatory things which you will be actually looking into. Okay, so most of the times, guys, we will design these screens like this. Whatever, see, these are the simple things what I have shown you now, but we will have complex things like we will have radio buttons, we have parameters, we have checkboxes. There will be many things in real-time environment for our purpose, design purpose. Okay, so these are the basic building blocks for you to learn anything to advance in the ABAP. As I told you, like, I will be taking all the sessions from the scratch. This is like a basic learning to you all, guys. So you'll be learning these things, and the only one thing I want you to do is you have to practice it. So if you don't practice, you will be in confusion when I go to the other topics. Okay, because in other topics, when I keep advancing, I will try to use these things. Whatever I have learned in the previous classes, I will be using them. You should be able to understand like what I am using in those concepts. Okay, so that is the main idea behind stressing more on the basic things, which is actually important for us to advance more in ML, for sure. Are we good? Any questions? Any questions from anyone? Now it's a time for you. This time for last 15 minutes of the session. I'll put it for the open forum for asking the questions. In the middle of the, are we recording this session? We are not recording, right? No. Okay. I think we should have recorded it. I thought somebody will be recording this. Who has organized this session?
Yeah, this is.
I have recorded my screen.
Yeah.
I can send you through Google Drive link if you want.
You already recorded. That's very good. Yeah, there should be somebody like you in the team for recording this. So there should be